Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and today I've got something to show off which I just really liked when I saw these. And these are lock boxes designed and made by Gav, who is on YouTube, but I saw these first on the UK Locksport forum, which is an excellent multinational Locksport forum despite its name. And Gav had made these lock boxes just for fun for other pickers to have a go at, and these aren't challenge locks. These are just some challenging locks on little boxes. And so, for example, this one is a little Yale cabinet lock, but it's got a very small keyway and an incredibly strong core spring, which actually makes this quite a challenge. And the bitting on the key is relatively hard for a keyway this size. It's so it's an interesting little lock considering it's only got 4 pins. It is quite tough, and the core well, I say core spring, yeah, I suppose it is. It's so tough, really is. So that's challenging. Maybe not the hardest lock in the world, but certainly more of a challenge than you'd expect. And then here is a Mul-T-Lock Interactive. Intimidating to the uninitiated for sure, and again, just really like the idea. Why do I like these so much? Well, you often just get a challenge lock which is, well, a bit like a snapped euro, or something like that. You don't often get something which actually is something that when you have opened the lock, you get an opening. Maybe you could throw some sweets, a prized lock, some stickers. Actually, Gav did throw some stickers in one of these boxes for me. It's just a nice idea that you could sort of pick it, add something to it, pass it round again. The next person could pick it, add something to it, or take something away. Just so many sort of options around this, and they're nice firm boxes. They're really well made actually, with proper rivets and everything in there. You're not going to be able to get these open unless you use the key. Or you actually pick them open. I don't know whether Gav intends to send these around with the keys or put the keys inside the box even. I'm not entirely sure, but there's plenty of room there to explore. I just like the idea of actually opening a thing. I think it's quite motivational, especially if there's something inside it and you don't know what it is. You certainly probably can't really tell unless you actually get inside there. So I do love these. Right, well, enough about these boxes. I'm going to link to Gav's channel down in the description below, so please do go check him out. I'm going to try to pick them actually, so yeah, probably going to start with this one and then move to this one. Okay, so we are finally in the vise. I say finally because trying to get this sort of at the right angle and setup in my vise it's a little bit tricky. I have to say, I'm more used to a padlock or maybe a Euro cylinder or something. This is actually a bit more bulky, but we got there in the end. So what's my tools of choice? I'm going to use a bit of bent wiper blade for the top of the keyway tension, and I'm going to use this medium Southwold Max 08B, I believe. It's 23 thousandths of an inch thick. I actually had a go picking this, and I found that it's better to pick up through the warding on this one, like that, than it is to try to pick from the side warding here up. I don't know why, it just is. And I don't think here, probably not, but very squeaky springs. If this was mine, I'd probably throw some spray lubricants into the lock, but since it's not, of course I won't. Right, so we go nothing on 4, nothing on 3, nothing on 2, definitely 1's binding, and a click and a core movement there. That's a click on, I'm guessing 4, is it 4? Yeah, that's 4. Let's find 3, nothing on 3 yet. Time click on 2, back to the back. Nothing 4. You know, something on 3 there, maybe overset. Oh no, I did overset it, but just by releasing that tension, I think that's an open. Let me get something a bit stronger in there because it's a very powerful spring, and I don't want to damage my favourite bit of bent wiper blade, do I? Try to release this from its housing. Let's see if I have got an open. Yes, there we go. And yeah, really nice. So I might have to throw some lock noob stickers in there before I send it back to Gav. So there we go. I'll just close that back up. So surprisingly tricky to figure out how to pick this little lock, but not too bad once you get the hang of it. So onto the Mul-T-Lock Interactive. For those of you who don't know, multi-locks are pin in pin. So they have a set of inner pins, 5 of them, and a set of outer pins, 5 of them, which are much larger, both on the bottom, the key pins, and the top, the driver pin. So we call it like a 10-pin lock really, but it's pin in pin. 5 pins, pin in pin. The reason this is called interactive, it's got a little interactive element here, which if you push up, you'll see it pushes this bitting on the key up a notch. That means that pushes pin 1 up into the keyway further than the key blade normally would allow. The reason it can do that is there's a sprung nib at the bottom of the keyway which lets the key slide over it, but also when it's aligned properly push these little interactive elements up. Very, very cool. How are we going to pick it? Well, I've got a couple of things. Got some multi-pick picks here. I've got a multi-pick and an Oistong Shi pick. I've got a Z wrench here. Also made by multi-pick. Is very thick as well. It's like a what, 50, 60 thousandths of an inch. Very thick. And the first thing we do is just go along and try to set any of the outer pins that we can. 3, 4. Oh, struggling to just jam my pick up inside. Don't necessarily think we're going to lose the pins we have set though. That's 2 now. 3. Nothing on 5. Nothing on 2 there. That's 3 a bit more. Pushing that a bit more. Trying to wiggle the pick under 4 now. No, not quite. So it makes me think that maybe I need to hit pin 1. Not quite. Pin 2, yes. Pin 1 now. Not quite. Back to pin 3, nice click. Pin 4, not quite. Pin 5 now, not binding. Back to pin 1. Lovely click on pin 1. Pin 4 is now binding a bit more heavily. There we go. Get under pin 5 now, if I can. Keep dropping pin 1, so I'm going to set that again. No, wasn't happy with that. No, don't think it's ready to be set just yet, so I'm going to leave it. I might try using a broader pick tip, actually a bit longer. Let's go in at the back. So pin 1. Nice positive click. Pin 2 I think we've set. Pin 3 I think set. Pin 4 sort of fine. So it's 5. Back to pin 1. 2. Oh, nice click and a bit of counter rotation on 3 there. Nice click on 5. Nice click on 4. Oh, wow. And into quite the deep falset. I think that we might be on the inner pins now. Now at this point we can sometimes just swap the tension over to give us a broader side to this Z wrench, and makes it easier to index onto the inner pins just a little bit. Doesn't mean that we will, of course, and then we just hope that we can coax up any of the inner pins. If that in doubt, you can also go the other side too. And yes, I've hit pin 5 and we are open. That is tricky, definitely tricky. I think the bitting on this is quite kind as well. So yeah, I think 5 or so minutes is pretty okay for one of these. But have we opened it? Only one way to find out. There we are, and we've got some stickers from Gab in there, and you can see that it's fully open. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some stickers for Gav, because he actually asked me for some on Instagram. I do have an Instagram, and I'm even going to throw in one of my uber cool brush aluminium effect stickers for him. There we go. So yeah, wonderful. Yeah, absolutely not going to gut either of these wonderful locks. In fact, I'm just seeing if I can turn that back there again, make sure it's working. Purely because, well, even putting the locks back on properly in the right orientation just seems like an ordeal to me, and I really don't want to undo all of Gav's amazing work on these. I hope, like me, you agree that these are a really wonderful idea and also really wonderfully made. There's nothing about this which makes me think, somebody just used an old margarine tub and some glue to make these. These feel really solid and nice. I'd love to keep hold of one of these, but of course that isn't their intention. Their intention is to be passed around the community. And I don't know whether that's a UK locksport community exclusively. I don't know. It's all Gav's discretion to do that. But yeah, I hope, like me, you agree that these are super cool, and I really enjoyed showing them off to you. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.